Now these quests are all relatively simple and they give really good rewards. So if you don't have any items on this server, these are good quests to do. You can see here's a two-handed sword. Here is a caster stick with cold and electric. If you were on a Sork or a wizard, that would be a good thing. Or even a warlock could utilize that. I don't need anything in this. I can see, unless there's a slotted item, what I'll do is I'll look through for something I need or a slotted item. I don't see anything, so I'm just going to take the Guild Renown. The Firecaves are relatively far away, and because I have not been to them, you can speak to this person and he will teleport you, but you have to have traveled to the quest. So if I select Firecaves, he's going to say, yeah, we don't go there because you've never been there. So I can do one of two things. I can fight my way there, which is not that bad, but because I have mana, I don't really feel like wasting all my mana. So what I'm going to do is cast invisibility on myself and then summon my mount. Now I'm invisible and I'm going to ride. Now what you want to do when you're doing this is give mobs a wide berth. You want to stay as far away from them as you can. Jump a lot, and that will sort of keep them out. See, now they can't really see me now, but they'll know I'm here. You just want to basically avoid what you can. Those scorpions behind me have tremor sensing, so they'll be able to find me. Those fire methods will be able to see me if I get too close to them. So I'm just going to try to stay as far away from them as I can without aggroing them. You can see it works pretty well. That guy, I jumped when I went by him to just try to give me a little more distance. I jump again, just keep going. And you can see I have not flagged even a green alert. So it's a reasonably safe way to travel if you can UMD, or you can get invisibility potions, or even better, if you are a caster, you can take the spell, cast it on other people, and help them out. So this is because this quest is level 5. Froggo can get any traps, although I won't need him to do that in this quest. But what I do is just put them all on active, and I'm going to activate some buffs. Because I'm going to be dealing with fire, I'm going to put fire resist on them as well. Now, this may seem a little like overkill because it's just elite content, but what this is, it's not that I can't just run in here and solo everything and leave. These hirelings are there in case the server lags, in case all of a sudden it freezes up for a minute, which has been happening a lot this hardcore league, and I can't move. Well, those hirelings will hopefully do their best to guard me. I have myself highlighted and I say guard. I can also give myself bard buffs. And then if I needed blur, that's why the muse is a really good one. And then he can do a haste. I'm also going to give them some buffs. Now, I don't need spawn screen because there's no undead, but I will do that. I run with Death Ward and Death Block in every quest, no matter what, because some monsters can cast Slay Living, some monsters have Vorpal. Those oozes take really good damage to light, so I shot that one with a light ray. Now here's my color spray. Basically that guarantees that I don't, get hit when I don't want to. It's a really great low-level CC. And you can see what I was telling you. Nimith is basically Larafay's daughter. She will murder everything in here if you put her on attack, which I did. Which is another reason why I take her, because if all of a sudden I lag out and something happens, Well, I have a really good chance if I have to restart my client that when I come back, Nimith and the Muse, or even if I just had Nimith alone, will have killed everything and protected me. You can see why I like the color spray. He made his save, but he's not going to last that long. Hit him with a light ray and then pull the lever. So it's good. I can do DPS at a distance. I have a good heal. And I have an AoE. You can see the damage is decent. Pick up the collectible. You know, on the regular server, I just blast through this and don't even think about it on Reaper. But on this server, I take every precaution that I can. Now, the hirelings will probably hang out in the fire because the coding for AI in this game is so dumb, so you actually have to pull them to you. You can pin them as well if you didn't want, you know, just in case, you could pin them and leave them at the entrance. But like I said, it's insurance for me if something happens to the client, if it lags, if it TCs, so I have them with me and they're on active attack. Okay, and we will go get that chest. Gotta pull these levers. My location in Boston, I get a pretty good ping, 23 to the server, but even I get lag. Pin them there. Get the collectible. And loot the chest. Most of it is vendor trash. Those of you who play this game a lot will remember when fire could bug out in these quests, or really any quest, but they finally made it so that it's on a timer, so you don't have to worry on the Hardcore League about fire killing you. But you do have to be very careful around enemy casters who cast things like Acid Rain or Acid Cloud, because that does not have a timer and you can get that debuff on you permanently. You have to log out, put an acid resistance on yourself, an acid protection from somebody, and log out immediately, and then log back in and hopefully it will be cleared. Don't hang around with it because it will kill you. You have to deal with that. So the whole point is I don't let them get close to me, although he got a little close. But I try to nuke them before they have a chance to hit me. $300 hit points doesn't last that long. It's really not that much. Oh, that's a champion. You have to be really careful of champions. There are certain champions that can hit you extremely hard. I saw somebody get hit for 120 points of damage in a level 7 quest. You know, I mean, that's a lot of damage. You can see my spell resistance just fired off. Something tried to cast a spell on me. It's that shaman right there. Nimith. She's a murderer. Not as bad as Larafay. Larafay would just kill the entire dungeon if you let her. She didn't have to worry about mana. She usually runs out of mana. This here, you don't even have to drop down. This here, we're going to nuke it all from orbit. I don't need to kill this guy. Let's see if I can target him. Yeah, I got him. Okay. Finish out. XP doesn't matter in Hardcore League because you're doing... I'm going for the 5k favor. If you're going for the 5k favor, you don't need to worry about XP because you're doing every quest. If you're only going for 1750 or level 20, or if you're going for RXP, then the gameplay is much different. You can cherry pick your quests, especially if you're just going for the Reaper rewards. At Reaper rewards, your goal is to get to level 30 as fast as possible and then join the level 30 legendary Reaper farming groups that are on the server. There's always people doing it. I see a lot of people Reaper questing in Heroics. There is a 20% bonus on Reaper XP. You technically could farm out in Heroics the first tier reward, the cloak, but if you want the pet, I would recommend that you go to level 30 and join those groups, because they farm. That's what they're doing. Doesn't look like I got anything useful. Oh, that's a good item. That's 15 hit points extra at level 7. So we'll save that. And I'll save the Keen Edge Holy Sword, and I'll save the Holy... Oh, no, it's a short bow. I'll sell it. Not much, but every bit helps. Okay, so I need to pick up part 2. Now, part 2, there's more fire. So we're going to stick to the plan, though. This is what we do. We'll pull out the Hirelings. We'll put fire resist on them. Now I can quick travel because I've been there. So we don't have to do the riding or fighting. We can just say, take me to the Firecaves, please. Summon our lifeline buddies. Because that's what they really are. They're the lifeline. They are the fodder that will keep you alive if something happens. I recommend doing this if you solo. You know, you may call me a wimp, but you die on hardcore, you're sent to the penalty box, and you cannot get that character out until the event's over. You have to start over again. And I don't know about you, but time is important. Time is precious. We only get a certain amount of it. You don't want to waste time. So you might as well optimize your chances. Yes, there are a lot of people in the DDO community who say Hirelings are weak and they make you a worse player. Yeah, I agree with that normally. But for Hardcore League, it's like having a parachute. I mean, because it's not like we have any other way to deal with the lag. The lag is just part of the game, and until they really fix it, we have to come up with strategies. So this is my strategy. It's not the best, but it works. You can see the damage is pretty good on those. It's only a couple of hundred when it crits. Nimeth. There we go. If you're going to level 20, or if you're going for 1750 favor and you're trying to get yourself leveled, these quests in Three Barrel Cove are fantastic XP, and they're not that difficult. There are quests in DDO that are way more challenging. These are pretty straightforward. And they're moderately enjoyable. This is a great pack. You can farm for cool low-level rare items out in the Slayer Zone too. There's the hand cannon. Artificers love that. There's a really good sword, I think, out there. Here's another one. Okay. We don't have to worry about the altar. We can get that chest, though. So one of the things about Hardcore League that I should talk about is Zerging. There are groups that Zerg. There are groups where the players are just so good, that's how they play. It's something for you to decide on your own. There's no etiquette when it comes to hardcore as far as Zerg goes. Most groups are unique in the sense that whatever the party leader decides. So if you join a group and they're taking it really slow and you want to Zerg ahead, or the opposite, if you join a group and you need to take it really slow because that's just how you're not sure about the content, or you're uncomfortable and the party leader and the rest of the group are just Zerging ahead, you should probably drop group and find another one, or whisper the party leader and express your concerns, because you don't want to die trying to keep up with a Zerger. That is no way to enjoy Hardcore League. You know, at that point, if you joined a group with a Zerg, you should just drop and find another group if it makes you uncomfortable. The same thing, too, is if you are trying to Zerg and your group is holding you back and they're yelling at you, well, you should just drop group and find another bunch of people to run with who don't mind, or maybe they Zerg themselves. It's just, you want to align yourself with people who are like-minded in order to maximize your fun quotient, right? I mean, that's how life is. So you don't want to die to something stupid. This event is frustrating enough, and people are dying all the time to really stupid things and dumb game mechanics and bad coding and all sorts of things like that. You don't want to die because of a miscommunication in the group. It especially happens with traps. Like, the trapper will Zerg ahead and won't say in the party chat whether or not a trap is disabled, and people will run expecting the rogue to have disabled the trap, and you know, then they come to find out he didn't. So you want to, especially when you're in a quest with a lot of traps, you want to make sure that you take your time and don't do anything that you feel uncomfortable about. It's really the best advice I can give you. You know, if it makes you uncomfortable, don't do it. You know, because you're the one who's going to have to start over again and run around Korthos again. You want to do Korthos again for the 800th millionth time? Maybe you do. I have a friend who loves Korthos, but me, God, if I could never go there again, that would be great. And that's that. Nice and easy. Easy and safe. We didn't have a lag issue. Knock on wood. So that was cool. But we had our insurance. We had our hirelings. I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys do well. I'll check in and make another video and join us for more. I plan to do lore videos for each quest in DDO, as well as the raids. Plus, I will be releasing more Session 0 videos for DDO on topics such as player character races, the religions of Eberron, the last war, and the Mournlands, the dragon marks, the dragon marked houses, and much, much more. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below. I like interacting with other players. My main tune in DDO is named Mary. I am on Sarlona. I also have a guild on the Hardcore League. My guild is Death Smile. Please say hi if you're on either of those servers. Subscribe to see more Adventure AI content about DDO, Dungeons & Dragons Online, and gaming in general. I also play Star Wars The Old Republic. You can join us at Adventure AI on Discord. Check us out on Twitch. Check us out on Twitter. You can can go to our Patreon and become a patron of the channel, where you would get access to all of the scripts, the images, the music, the videos, as well as behind the scenes, and the ability to request topics for me to make future videos. Thanks very much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope your adventures go well.